So let's bring in 2020 Senior Advisor Lara Trump. Joining me now, strong words from Geraldo tonight. What do you say?
Well, I think we need to just sit back for a second and remember Donald Trump is a man who gave up his entire life because he loved this country so much and he wanted to fix it. He knew he would be attacked. To David's point, he gets attacked every single day. And it's very frustrating to see people who are supposed to represent our country, these congressional women, dump on our country every single day, call for the abolishment of ICE, call for open borders, go against everything that he's doing. So I think at a certain point, we're all frustrated as Americans by seeing them do this sort of thing, calling concentration camps to try to fix this problem at the border.
What about Geraldo's point where he says, look, these are four individuals. They don't have the gravity of their party. Nancy Pelosi can't get along with them. Don't punch down. Don't give them this opportunity, which they had today, and don't say things that are going to make it increasingly difficult for you in places like the suburbs of Pennsylvania and, Illinois and other places in this country where the president very much would like to persuade people that this kind of language is not what he's about.
No, listen, I hear his point, but I do think, listen, it's a learning process every day for this president, for all of us, really. And his frustration is clear here. And he said his statement today whenever he was at that press conference. If you don't like our country and you hate it so much and you're dumping on it every single day and calling it garbage, then why don't you leave? You don't have to stay here. Why are you representing people of this country if you dislike it so much?
So what do you say politically to those who say, look, for the president, this was a moment where, he had Nancy Pelosi being called a racist by these four women. All the infighting was within the Democratic Party. If he hadn't tweeted what he tweeted over the weekend, that would still be the conversation we're having tonight. But now he's taken the heat off of Nancy Pelosi and put it all back on himself.
Yeah, well, and he defended Nancy Pelosi. To his credit, he defends people when he feels like they're being wrongly attacked. Listen, it's the president always being transparent with the people of this country. We never have to wonder, Martha, what he's thinking because he puts it out there for us.
So do you think, on the campaign, is there any discussion? I know the president says what he wants to say and, nobody really ever tells him what to say. But would you like to see this him take back anything that he said?
Well, no, because the reality is everything that he said, of course, was taken and misconstrued. And even Geraldo, and Geraldo's great, and hello to him, too. But, he's taking what the president said and inserting country. He didn't say that. So you can misconstrue things. You can read things the way you want. And even he said today, I was very clear in my tweet, and that is obviously you can read it any way you want. And if you like the president, you read it one way. And if you dislike him, you're going to read it and project it another way.
Well, there's no doubt that a lot of people in this country listen to the things that are being said by these four individuals and don't necessarily recognize the form of patriotism that Ronald Reagan was talking about. And one of the things that the president got particularly riled up about was this comment that Ilhan Omar made in a conversation that she had at a university. Let's just play this so people can see where that comment that the president made came from.
When I was in college, I took a terrorism class. Every time the professor said Al-Qaeda, he sort of his shoulders went up, and
Yeah, he's in command here.
Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah. You don't say America with an intensity. You don't say England with an intensity. You don't say the army with an intensity.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think most Americans would be pretty offended by that. I mean, especially after what this country has dealt with when it comes to Al-Qaeda and the fact that we have lost many soldiers fighting against them to try and protect not only our country, but countries around the world. And I get why the president is upset with that.
But today when she came out, she sort of went further on that, and she said, as Muslims in America, we don't have to apologize anymore. We don't have to feel like it's our fault what happened on 9/11. That was the point that she was trying to get across.
Yeah, and maybe that was it. And maybe you can read that several different ways. But you also have people in this group that calls themselves the Squad who were telling people who have illegally entered our country, who have had their day in court and been told that they are to leave this country, that they do not have to obey our laws. And here's how to evade ICE over the weekend during these raids. Why isn't that getting more coverage, Martha? That is crazy. The fact that we have lawmakers encouraging people to break the law, and yet no one is talking about it. It's really sad, and I think the frustration bowl is over for all Americans, and I think you saw it here with the president.
All right. We actually are going to talk about that in the next block coming up. So, Lara Trump, thank you very much. Great to have you here from the campaign tonight.